Hello everybody, this is Hmblittleman here, and, I'm back. Hopefully. Not that anybody was clamoring for me. Um, so, this series that I'm introducing here, it was something that I started to work on back in early 2019, which is why it starts in 2019. This is TEW 2016, a WWE save at the start of January 2019. So I started working on it, and I kept putting it off, and I kept not working on it, but I kept also working on planning stuff for it in the background. And now we're here a year and a half later, and I decided why not start to put it out. So instead of trying to catch up to real life, because at this point that's impossible, it'd be a little bit of a period piece. So starting with WWE in January of 2019. So between when I started recording this and now, TEW 2020 has come out. So after WrestleMania is when I will switch over. And then I want to get a feel for TEW 2020 with my save. And then the first week of July, I will be integrating NXT into it. So I'll be able to book Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, and NXT. This should be a pretty fun, series to really be creative with. Some notes, I'm not going to pick up people that are currently signed to major companies. Some people are grandfathered in. I'm not getting rid of Ambrose. I like Ambrose. So even though he currently works for AEW because he started working for WWE, or because he was working in WWE when this save started, I'm going to keep him. What else is there to note? So if you remember at the end of 2018, start of 2019, Vince, Shane, Stephanie, Triple H, they all came out and said, hey, no more general managers, we're taking care of the show, we're going to be in charge. And they got rid of the, what's it called? Rematch clause. That didn't happen in this save. The rematch clause is back. Triple H and Stephanie are in charge of Raw. Shane is in charge of the SmackDown men. Paige is in charge of the SmackDown women. Drake Maverick is in charge of 205 Live. And Vince McMahon does have final say over everything, however, since he's the big boss man. Not Ray Taylor. Not the big boss. Not like capital T, the big boss man. He's just a boss man, and of the boss man, he is the biggest. Not physically, because again, the big boss man was 350. But in terms of authority, and not the authority, 2013. Yeah, 2013. 2013, Triple H, not that authority. He's just the most authoritative person. I'm really glad I cleared that up. Anyway, he is willing to appear on all shows to figure out anything that needs to be figured out, or anything like that. I believe that is it. So, no, that's not. There will be a drop in audio quality after this little intro. I had an old microphone when I started this, and then at some point I switched to a new microphone, but I didn't realize you could put it on backwards. So it goes from bad quality to probably a little worse quality for a few episodes, and then I figure it out, and then it's back to okay, this kind of quality, which I'm not an audio engineer, but it's better, I think, I hope. So yeah, little pro tip, microphones have sides. Did not know that. I was talking to the back of it. I do the thing where I write down what everybody got. I might stop that when it switches over to 2020 because TEW 2020 does keep track of that stuff. I think they do it indefinitely. I haven't really run a save that is long enough to get rid of anything like that, but it keeps track of, like, on the results screen, it'll tell you, hey, here's who won, here's who lost, here's what they got. I might do a picture pack. I'm definitely doing a picture pack. I've got a picture pack in the works. It's the skin that I'm not quite sure about, with TEW 2020 being the aspect ratio that it is. I can't have the stuff in the background to show you what show it is at all times, so I might do something a little funky with the skins. I also might shrink the screen. I don't know. This is all backstage stuff. I just haven't figured that stuff out yet, so this will be an evolving series. So with that, prepare yourself for the drop in audio quality, and let's kick it on over to me from a year and a half ago. Jesus Christ. I was so young.
Hello everybody, this is Hmblittleman here, and welcome to TEW 2016. I am starting brand new with January of 2019. There's some groundwork to lay down first. This will be a brand new series, separate from the other one. The other one is done, over with, putting it in the past, because I haven't uploaded in a very long time. Hopefully this will go on longer. So some groundwork to lay down for the series. It's a WWE save, obviously, if you're looking at the screen. It starts January 1st. The rematch clause is back, because I personally like the rematch clause. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are in charge of Raw. Shane McMahon is in charge of the SmackDown men, while Paige is in charge of the SmackDown women. Drake Maverick is in charge of 205 Live. To kind of fit in with real life, Vince has final say over everything and will be willing to appear on all shows to do so. I will be hiring as many legends as possible to get all the cameo possibilities in play. Not going to be worried about money. This is not a survival thing. This is simply a forum for me to fantasy book. So if I need to, if I run out of money somehow, I'll go into the thing and change it. Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks are off limits because of AEW. Kenny Omega is not. I've already reached out to Kenny Omega. Chris Jericho is off limits for written deals, but I will be getting a pay-per-appearance deal. Current real-life champions, world champions of companies is off limits, unless grandfathered in. I told you I just reached out to Kenny Omega, so if Kenny Omega goes and wins a world championship, I'm not going to fire him. No CM Punk. I'm going to try to catch up to real life, kind of, post first week of February on the first week of February. Obviously, that didn't happen. But, I'll try to catch up by March. And then after that, kind of go with Monday and Tuesday and pay-per-view Sunday. I'm bringing back the branded pay-per-views. I personally really like the branded pay-per-views. I feel like it gives, if used correctly, it gives a lot more possibilities for storylines. You kind of have to watch the storylines you're doing on a TV show when two TV shows are taking the spot at the pay-per-view. I will be working on a picture pack and skins. I haven't gotten it done yet. I want it to be something different from the last series, kind of just to separate it. But we'll see, I did kind of like the last one. I will be recording what everybody gets this season. Season? It gives you the listing what everybody got. I will be recording that. I'll be holding tryout matches for NXT and independent guys, and I will be having tryout promos to see what they get. So I don't want to veer too far away from WWE, at least not at the beginning here. So Lars Sullivan, he was going to debut with WWE. He had some mental health issues, and we'll have to see. I have plans for him if things work out with WWE, like in real life. But if not, I'm just gonna, I have backups. This next one I may have jumped the gun on a little bit, but I fired Mike and Maria Kanellis. There was rumors of them leaving. They're still showing up on WWE every once in a while. I say every once in a while because as they were showing up before. But they're gone, and so I wasn't a big fan of them. I liked Miracle Mike Bennett in TNA, but I don't know, this whole Power of Love thing, I don't like it. I fired Itami, because he asked for his release and was granted. Dean Ambrose will supposedly be leaving WWE after WrestleMania. I'm keeping him. I like Dean Ambrose. Now, there's an issue going on with Corey Graves and Carmella. We'll have to see if they get any, WWE repercussions. If WWE straight up fires the both of them, I'm probably going to get rid of them. And, I do have backup plans in place for all of this stuff. So, actually, with that being said, I think that's everything to know before we start the actual episode of Raw. Yeah, alright, let's get into the show. Not quite yet, I actually write out all the promos. If you're just, this is your first time coming in here, I actually write out all of the promos. And so some of them are way too long for the character limit given. So I gotta copy and paste them. So let's run the show. Monday Night Raw. Oh, I will go over the schedule later as far as pay-per-views go, but right now it is current WWE schedule. It's Raw today. Tomorrow it'll be 205 Live and then SmackDown. I know right now they kind of got it SmackDown then 205 Live, so just wanted to clarify that. 205 Live and SmackDown will be their own episode. Not their own episode, in one episode. Because 205 Live takes like 2 minutes and 5 seconds to record. Let's run the show. Yes, I'm a little rusty with this, actually. 70C+, that's not great. Raw starts with Paul Heyman coming out to the ring. Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I am the advocate for the reigning, defending, former, current, and forever Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. I could come out here and list his accolades, former UFC champion, his many, many accolades, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, main event of WrestleMania, his so very many accolades, 6-time world champion. But instead of Brock Lesnar's decorated past, I would look to his historic future. I've been sent out here to inform the WWE Universe of tonight's main event. 16-time world champion John Cena will face inaugural Universal Champion Finn Balor, as well as true diamond in the rough, Drew McIntyre, in a match to decide who faces Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship. That match is official. Tonight's main event: Drew, Finn, John. Drew McIntyre's music hits. He comes out face to face with Paul Heyman. McIntyre, did you just call me a diamond in the rough? Paul, there is no rough, only diamond. I'm the best thing going in WWE, beasts included. I knew it the second I stepped in here a decade ago, and it took me leaving and coming back to fully realize what it means. I'm the diamond, Paul, and I will prove that when I take the Universal Championship by force. Finn Balor's music hits, and he comes out to the ring. Balor, don't put the cart before the horse, Drew. You still got 2 challenges ahead of you tonight in myself and John Cena. We are not to be taken lightly, or as an afterthought. McIntyre, but that's exactly what you are to me, Stuart Little, an afterthought. I will make quick work of you and John Cena, then go on to the Royal Rumble in Phoenix and make quick work of Brock Lesnar. So I have one request from you, Paul. I want a chair right there next to the timekeeper's area for you to watch me work tonight. Heyman. Trust me, Drew, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Although there is one thing you may miss. McIntyre. Yeah? What's that? Finn Balor hits Drew with a running drop kick to the side and sends him stumbling out of the ring. Balor stares down with Paul Heyman to end the segment. Segment got a 70C+. Drew McIntyre underperformed. Next. In a 37D-, that's awful. It is a 5-team battle royal to decide who is going to face Roode N Gable at Royal Rumble. I always mess up their names. Akam and Razor, is that it? Authors of Pain 1. How do you do that? 37D-. Wow. Copy and paste. Nombre 4. $50D+, that's also not good. Copy and... fuck, I just read copy and paste. We see EC3 flexing in the mirror in front of a mirror backstage. The camera pans to Ronda Rousey and backstage Raw interviewer, Charlie Caruso. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. Ronda, we both learned earlier tonight that Sasha Banks and Nia Jax will face off for the right to face you at Royal Rumble. Do you have any preference on who wins? Ronda. Well, Charlie, they're both great contenders, but I've fought Nia Jax in the past and I know I can beat her. It'll be tough, but I've done it before. And then there's Sasha. It would be a personal dream of mine to face a talent the scope of Sasha Banks. Of course, that comes with the added chance of losing my championship. It's a dream match versus a challenge I've beaten before. It's tough to say, Charlie. Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley walk up. Rush. Ronda goddamn Rousey. How are you doing tonight? Looking like a champion. That's why I'm here right now. I got a proposition for you. Lio Rush's ravishing crew. Patent pending. I only take the true champions. Ronda. Then what are you doing with Lashley? Rush. Alright, Ronda. Play nice. I'm offering you a chance to elevate to greatness. Take me on as your manager, and you will break records. You will never lose that championship. You will main event WrestleMania. Ronda. That's a compelling offer, Webster, but I think I'm going to pass. Rush. Ha! I don't know what's funnier, Ronda. Your joke or the joke of your answer. You are passing on it up a chance of a lifetime. I'm going to allow you to answer again. Will you join me? Ronda. No. Rush. Wow. Unbelievable. You'll get yours, Ronda. And when you do, don't come crying to me. Ronda. I'll do you one better, Leo. I'll go find a male partner, and you and Lashley can face us in a mixed tag team match next week. Rush. Alright, that sounds good to me. We just gotta find Lashley a female partner. Ronda. No. You misunderstood me. Lashley and his lady, Lio Rush, versus myself and my man. You're the mixed part of the mixed tag. Rush. Cute. Tell you what. I can agree right now because I know you aren't ever going to find a male partner willing to team with you. Ronda. Oh, I won't? Rousey turns to EC3, still flexing in the background. How about you? EC3 looks at Ronda, then Leo, then Lashley, and shakes his head no and goes back to flexing. I'll find a partner, Leo. So get ready for next week. Next week, Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush versus Ronda Rousey and a male partner of her choosing. We'll have to see how that develops next week. 63C in the first recordable match on the show. Because I didn't realize it. Battle Royals don't give you the in-ring performance. Seth Rollins defeated Jinder Mahal. Basic match, get them both on the card, you know. Seth Rollins had a performance of 66, and Jinder Mahal had 49. I realized I didn't really get into the tryout criteria, so to speak. So here you got Seth Rollins getting a 66. I'll take that, I'll put that down on a spreadsheet as his first match. Then, I record 5 matches, and then I take the average. For promos, it's a little different. I record 3, and I take the average. that just gives me a good idea of who I can put together to put on the best matches. So say if something happens, let's take current tag team, Akam and Razor and Roode N Gable. If Roode's a better talker than Gable and Akam is a better talker than Razor, and vice versa for wrestling, well then I'd have Bobby Roode cut a promo with Akam and Chad Gable wrestle Razor. That kind of thing. Next. Copy and paste 2. Here we go. 67C+. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Paul Heyman. Kathy Kelly. Shoot. I'm going to have to figure out which one is which. In turns, one of them's the Raw interviewer, one of them's the SmackDown interviewer. 205? I think one of them is 205. I'm going to figure it out because I like the staff to be separate. I really like hard brand splits. Kathy Kelly is backstage with Paul Heyman. Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, Paul Heyman. Paul, who do you hope wins the triple threat tonight? Heyman. To be quite honest, it doesn't matter. You've got two great talent out there in Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. Two men that Brock Lesnar has never faced before. Whether it's the Scottish Terminator or the extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things, neither can beat the beast. And then there's the third man, 16-time world champion John Cena. See, John Cena has faced Brock Lesnar before. John Cena walks up. Paul Heyman looks at John Cena as he talks. Heyman. John Cena has faced Brock Lesnar before, and he's lost twice. Cena. Well, hell, Paul, you're right. Brock Lesnar did beat me. Twice. But I beat him, too. Sure, it was just the once. But if I win tonight, I'll make it twice at the Royal Rumble. And even if I don't, I have full faith in the talent of both Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor to kick Brock Lesnar's ass. Brock Lesnar will not leave Phoenix as the Universal Champion. That much I can say. The man that does will be decided in tonight's main event. Next. 36D-, that's bad. Elias defeated Baron Corbin. Elias had a performance of 40. Baron Corbin had 48. I'm keeping Elias a face. I'm saying a lot of and ums. Here's another. Oh, God. I'm going to be just chock full of them. It's one of those things where once you notice it, you can't stop. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I've recorded. Also, I usually say those a lot when I record anyways. So here's hoping I improve, but don't expect it. Next. 78B. Vince McMahon meets with Carmella and R-Truth backstage. By the way, 78B. That's great. Vince, congratulations on you two for your hard-fought victory at the TLC pay-per-view. You two have earned the number 30 spots in your respective Royal Rumbles. However, this is much better news for Carmella than it is for R-Truth. Yes, R-Truth, you have earned the 30th entrant, but that only marks the halfway point. This year's men's Royal Rumble will contain 60 participants. If you've never seen one of my Royal Rumbles, go back and check out some of my Royal Rumbles, because I don't just put people in the match. I write the Royal Rumble. It is if I had to choose one thing to be proudest about this whole channel, it is my Royal Rumble shows. I write, I put so much work into them, and I love the end result. Anyway, 60 men this year. I think it might be the biggest Royal Rumble I'll have written. I think I usually go for 50 men. So next, I've never written a 30-man. That's just too hard. There's too many people on the roster. In a terrible match, Roode N Gable defeated The Revival. Chad Gable had 43. Bobby Roode, 51. Scott Dawson, 35. Dash Wilder, 35. Next, 36D-. Ronda Rousey makes her entrance as JoJo announces that the following match is a number 1 contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey sits at ringside as Sasha Banks and Nia Jax make their entrance. Who's going to beat 45D in a terrible match? Sasha Banks defeated Nia Jax. Sasha Banks had a performance of 49, and Nia Jax had 28. Nia Jax gets a lot of hate, and I think a lot of it might be deserved just a little bit, but I still like Nia Jax, in a way. They got great chemistry, that's cool. So at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, much like real life, funny how that works out, Ronda Rousey will defend her Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks next. 75 B-, that's not as bad as I was expecting. Here we go. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose makes his entrance to cut a promo. Ambrose, I am the Intercontinental Champion. I am a fighting champion, but I am not a stupid champion. Why would I put my Intercontinental Championship on the line when there is a match that will provide me with the only foreseeable chance to unify the Intercontinental Championship with the Universal or WWE Championship? That's right, you heard me. I am not having an Intercontinental Championship match in Phoenix at the Royal Rumble in 3 weeks. I will be in the Royal Rumble and I will win and defeat the World Champion at WrestleMania to unify the championships. Triple H's music hits, he comes out to the stage. Triple H, man, Dean, I really wish you would have cleared this with me before coming out here, because this is unacceptable. You want to enter the Royal Rumble? Request granted. You want to not defend your Intercontinental Championship at Phoenix? Request granted. Under one condition. Next week, you will defend your Intercontinental Championship. If you win, you will not have to defend it at the Royal Rumble. If you lose, well, I guess that makes it not your problem anymore, doesn't it? And your opponent, Seth freaking Rollins. Next week, in the main event of Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for Dean Ambrose's Intercontinental Championship. Next, 59C. Really? Finn Balor defeated Drew McIntyre and John Cena to become the number one contender for the Universal Championship. Finn Balor had 57. Cena had 72, excuse me. Drew McIntyre had 39. Are you kidding me? 30, really? This mod, man, I'll tell you. I'm using the Who 87 mod. So Finn Balor's facing Brock Lesnar. End the show. Whole show got 59C, lost popularity in 39 regions. Back from the loading screen. Let's see if there's anything to note, anything newsworthy. Here, Dragon Gate got some new tag teams. Looks like that's it. What emails do we have? Whoa. Ric Flair wants to retire. Bill Eadie wants to retire. Mick Foley and Paul Ellering. God dang it, Paul. Lack of big names. People are unhappy. Dean Ambrose opinion, Connor sells like crap. Cut him. Akam can't sell worth a damn. Kid needs to learn how to work. You need to learn. It's Seth Rollins. He knows how to work. Lack of big names. With an average overness of at least 77% across the company's home area. I'm going to have to look into that. Mick Foley, MLW. I mean, that's... I don't think that's as big as Noah. Okay. I think it's still pretty big, popular. It's kind of got that Impact kind of popularity where the people that watch it like it, but not a whole ton of people watch it. I gotta get back into Impact. Delete all. There's nothing in there of note. That is the end of the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I will be putting more of these up, contrary to the fact that all my series keep ending without me meaning them to. I'm going to try to use Twitter more. God knows if that'll, stick. It's going to be at Hmblittleman. And let me know, I'm gonna pump out a bunch of these in a row, so it doesn't really pay to get feedback for the next episode, because I'll already have recorded 4 or 5 episodes ahead, but feedback does still help. Let me know what you want to see, what you like from this, what you don't like from this, and I'll really take it to heart, I guess. If that makes sense. So, with that, goodbye.